All right, Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs have their quarterback of the future. It's not in the 2023 class. Remember, they went Arch Manning or bust in that class. I don't think they're going to sign a quarterback in this current 2023 cycle. But Ryan Puglisi, one of the fastest rising quarterbacks in the country in the 2024 class out of Avon Old Farms in Connecticut, has committed to Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs today. Massive pickup. If you don't follow Georgia football recruiting closely, you might not know anything about Ryan Puglisi, but of course it's my job to let you know all about him. I should have some clips coming up over the screen right now, but in general, this is a guy at 6'2", 205 with elite arm strength. Everyone who I've talked to says this kid can absolutely sling it. He's fundamentally sound. He's got good footwork. He's got a strong arm, but he's also accurate. The ball comes out with some zip, and everything, again, that I've heard about him is he's the real deal. Of course, he worked out for the Georgia staff this summer. I told readers on Dog Post, hey, this kid from Connecticut's going to come down and he's going to light it up at his camp at Georgia. Don't be surprised if he leaves with an offer. And that's exactly what happened. I was told that when Georgia did offer him, I believe it was June 21st, he became their top guy in the 24 class. He threw in front of Coach Todd Monken, Kirby Smart, Mike Bobo, Buster Faulkner. Everyone whose voice matters on Georgia's offense, they watched him throw and they all said, yes, we are all in on this kid. Don't let the 3-star ranking fool you, because his ranking in the recruiting industry is going to take a massive leap forward whenever those updates happen. So he's at a program now where he's got talent behind him, and he's got a coaching staff that knows what they're doing, and he's playing really well. But again, I spoke with the head coach earlier this week. I've got quotes from him on Ryan over on Dog Post, so make sure you check that out. And I just want to read that real quick. Jonathan Holy out of Avon Old Farms, the head coach there, he said, "It all starts with arm talent. He has an elite ability to throw the ball from different positions. He throws a baseball 93 miles an hour, and he's a legitimate shortstop and pitching prospect for the MLB. He has a super strong arm. He's got a good temperament. He's a hard worker, good leader. And at 16 years old, he's willing to get better. There's not a lot of up and down. He's not influenced by things outside of football or things that happen during the game. He just continues to get better and better each day." He went back and said he's an elite thrower of the football, but he's becoming great at quarterback as well. We see kids all the time. They look the part. They might be able to run and sling the football 60 yards, but they don't know how to play quarterback. They don't know how to stand in the pocket, read defenses, go from your first option to the second, know what the defense is trying to do to you. There's so much that goes into playing quarterback. And we see a lot of good athletes, especially at the high school and collegiate level, who try to play quarterback, and occasionally they can make some plays, but they're not good quarterbacks. But that doesn't apply to Ryan Puglisi that I've heard of. He just throws the ball effortlessly, his coach said, and understands the game and what he needs to do. He knows how to be a quarterback, working to be the best leader he can be. He knows how to work, and he's developing as a quarterback, processing the information and seeing the big picture. And you can see by some of these clips, they're not on Friday nights, but it is him slinging the ball around. He's a smooth, he's got smooth feet in the pocket. And when he rolls out, he throws well on the run. Of course, loves to throw the deep ball, and he has to do that in kind of cold weather at times up in Connecticut. But again, Georgia fans should be excited about this. He's not 5-star Julian Sand. He's not Jaden Davis. But those guys went backwards on Georgia's board at quarterback when they saw Ryan Puglisi throw. And they've been all in ever since. Todd Monken knew who he was and had him on his radar back in April, I think, when he went up there, during the just kind of scouting evaluation period. But, once they got him on campus and, had him work out and throw for him, everyone was on board. And if you're a Georgia fan, that's all you really need to know. The guy knows how to play quarterback. Again, he throws with some zip. He's accurate, can stay in the pocket, but also take off. I wouldn't necessarily say he's a great runner, but he can pick up yards when he needs to. His coach said he runs about a 4.8. He's a good athlete. Again, he's a draftable shortstop and basketball player. He's had multiple 20 and 30-yard runs for us this year. So he can move. He's not a statue. And I know Georgia fans love to compare quarterbacks to one another. I think he has a stronger arm than Jake Fromm and Stetson Bennett. I think he's a better athlete than Aaron Murray, who again has a really good arm and has some SEC records. Now he doesn't have the arm of maybe a Jacob Eason or a Matthew Stafford, but this kid can sling it. And I think Stetson Bennett's arm talent is a little underrated. A lot of people just continue to say that he can't throw when he can, and he's put it out there that he can throw the ball 60 yards in the air on a dime when he needs to. And Ryan Puglisi is that type of guy. Of course, everyone's going to say, the kid plays in Connecticut. He's not playing against top Georgia talent and Georgia teams down here. But he does play against the best of the best in Connecticut, the Loomis School, full of quality, SEC level, Michigan, Ohio State level talent. They lost to Loomis, but he does play against better competition than people think. I was told that the rest of the season gets a little easier. They play some of their toughest games early on in this season, but when you're watching this, I guess on Saturday or Sunday, I was told that he's supposed to have an outstanding game on Friday. I'm recording this a few days in advance because we got the quotes and we knew it was coming. Speaking of quotes, we did talk with Ryan about why he chose Georgia and some of the bigger reasons. And he said, first off, it's an excellent place. I love Coach Todd Monken. I love head coach Kirby Smart. I think the rest of the staff really cares for me as a person as well. Coach Cochran, Coach Faulkner, along with Coach Monken and Smart, we've created a strong relationship over the past few months. Ever since September 1st, I've been talking with them a ton, and they've really shown me that they care between daily text and weekly phone calls. I've been on the phone with Coach Smart a few times a week now. It feels weird to get used to, but it's surreal to sit back and know that coaches at the University of Georgia want me to come on board. It's something I'm very grateful for. He also said, I just love the culture there in Athens. Obviously, Georgia football is well known and one of the biggest brands in college football. They have great coaches down there and a great atmosphere. I'm super excited to be there this weekend, talking about the Vanderbilt weekend. He'll be in Athens for that game, obviously, to take in a game day experience. He was asked, what did the Georgia staff like most about his game? He said, they like my arm talent, and I think they believe in me. I know there will be some doubt since I'm not as highly ranked as other quarterbacks they've recruited in the past. They believe in what I offer as a quarterback, and that means a lot. So what's next? He said, 100%, I have to build the class. I think I'm going to be silent about it. I'll reach out to guys directly instead of doing it publicly. So don't expect him to see or to be all over Instagram and Twitter, reaching out to these guys. He's going to do it behind the scenes. But again, Georgia I think they want to take 2 quarterbacks in this class because I don't think they're going to take one in 2023. I'd be very surprised if they do. With Puglisi on board, I still think they want to take one more, but this kid can play. There's no doubt about it. He's not a 5-star, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's a top 100 player in the country when it's all said and done. His ranking is going to increase because just people have been out to see him. Analysts from different outlets have gone up and watched him throw. And when Alabama and Georgia offer him on the spot when he's throwing on campus, he has that type of talent and that ability. So, he's not going to be as highly ranked as, Brock Vandegrift, Gunnar Stockton, Justin Fields, Jacob Eason. But I do think he's going to be a mid to solid, possibly high 4-star guy. So, again, he's got size 6'2", 205. He moves well in the pocket. I like his feet. I like his accuracy. I like the way he throws on the run. I've been told he can hit the deep ball. And again, he understands how to play quarterback. He's being trained by one of the best in the New England area. So there's a lot of hype about him going on. And I was told that he is good enough to earn a Georgia offer the week before he went down there to try to earn that offer. Once he did, Georgia said, okay, this is our guy. We want to push for him. He's been silent for at least a week, possibly more. But now he's on board publicly, ready to get the 2024 class rolling, and wanted to make it public while he was in Athens. So as far as I know, this is happening on Saturday, unless something changes. But we were told that he was going to make his commitment public on Saturday while he was in town for the Vanderbilt game. And, of course, he gave us quotes and all that. So big deal. If you don't know about him, there's clips like these over on DAWGSTRUCTION. Got some sophomore highlights there as well. Haven't been able to grab any junior film of him just yet, but He's a guy that I think Georgia fans are going to be really happy with and excited about the more and more they learn about him. Excellent pickup in my opinion. Georgia has one of the best 2024 quarterbacks on board, Ryan Puglisi. Big deal, guys. Thanks for watching this video. As always, stay tuned to the next one coming up right now, and I will see you over on Dog Post.